Hello everyone out there on YouTube. This is Hawkflame, and welcome to another episode of The Hawk's Nest, a weekly series where I talk about things going on in geek culture. And yes, I know I promised a top 5 video for this week. Unfortunately, a lot of things came in my life that kind of put a damper on that a little bit for the time being. If you see my facial create, I think you know what's going on. But in the matter of geek news, there's only really been one interesting thing that's dropped in the last few days here, and that is the reveal that Sulu in the current Star Trek series is gay. And there's been a lot of discussion about this. I think a lot from both Simon Pegg, the writer, and of course the original of the role, George Takei, who obviously himself happens to be gay. And this is sort of my 2 cents on the whole thing. And I'm kind of okay with this. I'm not one of those fans who really gets all that worked up over changing like different elements of character, as long as they keep the core character kind of the same. I don't really care if they make, I don't care if they make Human Torch black. I don't care if they make, whatever character or something else. Like, if they remake, Ghostbusters into women, that's not really an issue to me. I mean, the Ghost of the Shell thing is a bit of a slightly different matter because of the sort of social and political ramifications and like that. But I don't mind change as long as they don't change the core aspect of a character. Like, for instance, Black Panther being a white guy would not make any sense, because the core of his character that he is, the leader of of Wakanda, he is the leader of an African nation. So that kind of change wouldn't fly. But something like this, I really don't mind. I mean, Sulu's character, in terms of a sexual orientation perspective, hasn't really been that well established. At least as far as I know. Maybe some people who are more hardcore Trek fans than I am can correct me otherwise. And by the way, I don't think it's been really well established. Yes, he does have a daughter, but I think everyone knows at this point that gay people can have kids too. The core, as far as I'm concerned, it's not really changing the core aspect of Sulu's character. Now I know a lot of fans are going to get worked up over this, as fans tend to do. But to me, it's sort of a non-issue. And even with George Takei's input on this, yeah, I will. Granted that he is the originator of the role, he's the one who first personified the role, and he does have some clout that way. But at the same time, he did say that the character was established as straight, and I'm not really sure that was the case. Maybe he might know better than I do. I mean, obviously he's done this show, but at the same time, I don't know if this person call any particular instance of him being explicitly being straight. So I'm not. It's a very Star Trek move. They were always the ones that was kind of pushing it, or not necessarily either pushing the boundaries or sort of at the forefront of social change in some ways. They had the first interracial kiss on television. They had one of the first shows that had kind of a multi-ethnic cast, and they're always the ones that are sort of being a little more progressive than most shows on television. So the idea of them having a gay character, even if it's an established character, having a gay character, that's fine. I think that's something that really makes sense, and that's kind of in the spirit of the show, as it were. So, and as far as I understand, it's not going to be handled in any kind of ham-fisted sort of, in-your-face way. It's going to be handled sort of in a very matter-of-fact, very logical sense, as far as I've heard, at least. Now, I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. It's a little bit, the trailers have put me off, I gotta admit. I did not like the Sabotage. Well, I did like the Sabotage trailer. The later trailers were not so bad, but I'm really kind of encouraged by the and the tone that's been taken by Simon Pegg on this whole thing. And regarding the movie itself, he's saying all the right things. And I'm definitely interested in the film. And as far as this thing goes, like I said, it's a non-starter for me. And that's about it for this week. Until next time, which I will definitely have a top video for you next time. And I'm actually going to produce some more content from the con as well, so you can see something coming up regarding that. I think that you'll see what it is when I make it in a few days. And don't worry, this channel is not going to go away. There are plenty of things in mind for this channel. Anyway, that wraps up for this particular episode of The Hawk's Nest. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, all that great stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Until then,